Hello students, in my last video we have learned the four measurable properties of gases. Okay, we know, yes, the amount of gas, that is number of moles, pressure, volume and temperature. These are the four measurable properties of gases. Okay, these four measurable properties of gases are interrelated, and these relationships are commonly known as gas laws. Okay, the interrelationship between these four measurable properties of gases, okay, called gas laws. The first gas law is Boyle's law. Boyle's law gives the relationship between pressure and volume of gas. Pressure and volume of gas. Next, Charles law. Charles law gives the relation between volume and temperature of gas. Next, Gay-Lussac's law. Gay-Lussac's law gives the relationship between pressure and temperature of gas. And next gas law is Avogadro's law. Avogadro's law gives the relationship between volume and number of moles, or volume and yes, amount of gas. Okay, yes. First, let us discuss the first gas law, that is Boyle's law. Robert Boyle studied the effect of pressure on the volume of a given mass of gas by keeping the temperature constant. This relationship is known as Boyle's law. Okay? That means what? Boyle's law gives the relationship between pressure and volume of a fixed mass of a gas at a constant temperature. Okay, then according to Boyle's law, volume of a given mass of a gas is inversely proportional to pressure at a constant temperature. At a constant temperature, that means what? T and number of moles of gas kept constant throughout the experiment. Okay, yes. Only we know the the number of moles, or the amount of gas, volume, temperature and pressure. These are the four measurable properties of gases. Okay, yes. Here the relationship between pressure and volume of a gas can be determined at a constant temperature. അപ്പോൾ ഈ പ്രഷറും വോളിയവും തമ്മിലുള്ള കറക്റ്റ് റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കിട്ടണമെങ്കിൽ ത്രൂ ഔട്ട് ദ എക്സ്പെരിമെന്റ് നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ ആൻഡ് നമ്പർ ഓഫ് മോൾസ് ഓഫ് ഗ്യാസ്. ഓക്കെ, ടെമ്പറേച്ചറിനെയും നമ്പർ ഓഫ് മോൾസ് ഓഫ് ഗ്യാസ് ഓർ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ഗ്യാസ് മോളിക്യൂൾസ്, ഓക്കെ, ഇതിനെ നിങ്ങൾ കോൺസ്റ്റന്റ് ആയിട്ട് കീപ്പ് ചെയ്യണം. യെസ്. Then what is statement? Boyle's law states that volume of a given mass of a gas, or volume of a fixed mass of a gas, is inversely proportional to pressure at a constant temperature. Here the volume is inversely proportional to pressure means what? When pressure increases, the volume of gas decreases. Okay, or we can write V equal to a constant into 1 by P. Then ഈ P യെ നമുക്ക് ലെഫ്റ്റ് സൈഡിലേക്ക് ഷിഫ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. Then we get PV equal to a constant. PV equal to a constant. Let V1 be the volume of a gas at pressure P1, then according to Boyle's law, P1 V1 is a constant. Okay, P1 V1 is a constant. Then by keeping the temperature constant, suppose the pressure is increased to P2, then the volume will decrease to V2. Okay, then according to Boyle's law, P2 V2 is a constant. That means what? P1 V1 equal to P2 V2 according to Boyle's law. Okay? According to Boyle's law, P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. This is the mathematical expression for Boyle's law. Next, graphical representation of Boyle's law. Okay. First graph, volume versus pressure graph. Okay. Here we can plot volume of a fixed mass of a gas at constant temperature along the y-axis, and pressures can be plotted along the x-axis. Okay, according to Boyle's law, when pressure of gas increases, volume decreases. Then we will get a graph like this. Okay, when pressure increases, volume of the gas decreases. Okay, then the next graph, PV versus pressure graph. Okay, PV values of gas at constant temperature can be plotted along the y-axis, and corresponding pressure plotted along the x-axis. Okay? Yes. Okay. ഇവിടെ നമ്മുടെ കയ്യിൽ ഒരു ഫിക്സ്ഡ് മാസ് ഗ്യാസ് ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്കിവിടെ എന്താണ് പ്രഷർ, വോളിയം, ദെൻ പി വി വാല്യൂ. ഓക്കെ, P1 എന്ന പ്രഷറിലെ വോളിയം V1, then P1 V1, P2 എന്ന പ്രഷറിലെ വോളിയം V2, then corresponding PV value P2 V2, P3 എന്ന പ്രഷറിലെ വോളിയം V3, corresponding PV value P3 V3. Yes. Then according to Boyle's law, PV values of a fixed mass of a gas at a constant temperature is a constant. That means P1 V1 equal to P2 V2 equal to P3 V3. Okay, suppose P1 എന്ന പ്രഷറിലുള്ള പി വി വാല്യൂ ഈ പോയിന്റ് ആണെന്ന് കരുതുക. അപ്പോൾ P2 എന്ന പ്രഷറിലുള്ള പി വാല്യൂ എന്തായിരിക്കും? സെയിം ആയിരിക്കും. P3 എന്ന പ്രഷറിലുള്ള പി വാല്യൂ സെയിം ആയിരിക്കും. That means we will get a straight line parallel to x-axis. A straight line parallel to x-axis. Okay. From this graph, we can say that PV values of a fixed mass of a gas at a constant temperature is constant. Then the next graph, 1 by V versus P graph. Okay, then we know when pressure increases, V volume decreases, but the 1 by V value increases. Okay, the pressure is inversely proportional to volume, or volume is inversely proportional to pressure. Means what? When pressure increases, volume decreases, but pressure is directly proportional to 1 by V. But pressure is directly proportional to 1 by V. It indicates what? When pressure increases, 1 by V values, yes, 1 by V values increases. Then നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ എന്താണ് ഗ്യാസിന്റെ ഡിഫറെന്റ് പ്രഷറിലുള്ള വോളിയം അറിയാം. Then we can calculate 1 by V values, 1 by V1, 1 by V2, 1 by V3. Okay, then we can draw the next graph, 1 by V versus pressure graph. 1 by V versus pressure graph. Okay, 1 by V values plotted along the y-axis, corresponding pressure is plotted along the x-axis. Here we will get a straight line, passing through the origin. Okay, passing through the origin. Okay, നമ്മൾക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന ഗ്രാഫ് ഒറിജിനിൽ കൂടി പാസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സ്ട്രെയിറ്റ് ലൈൻ ആണെങ്കിൽ there is no doubt നിങ്ങൾ എക്സ് ആക്സിസിലും വൈ ആക്സിസിലും പ്ലോട്ട് ചെയ്ത ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റീസ് ഡയറക്ട്ലി പ്രൊപ്പോർഷണൽ ആയിരിക്കും. യെസ്, അപ്പോൾ ഫ്രം ദിസ് ഗ്രാഫ് we can say that pressure is directly proportional to 1 by V. That means when pressure increases, 1 by V values of gas increases. Okay, then for first graph, volume versus pressure graph. From this graph we can say that when pressure increases, volume of the gas decreases. Here the graph 1 by V versus pressure graph, it indicates that when pressure increases, 1 by V values of gas increases. Okay, then the PV versus pressure graph. Here the nature of the graph, a straight line parallel to x-axis. This graph indicates that the PV values of a fixed mass of a gas at a constant temperature is constant. എപ്പോഴും ഗ്രാഫ് എക്സ് ആക്സിസിന് പാരലൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്ട്രെയിറ്റ് ലൈൻ ആണെങ്കിൽ there is no doubt y ആക്സിസിൽ നിങ്ങൾ പ്ലോട്ട് ചെയ്ത ആ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി കോൺസ്റ്റന്റ് ആയിരിക്കും. ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾ പി വി വാല്യൂസ് ആണ് പ്ലോട്ട് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. Then here we can say that PV of a fixed mass of a gas at a constant temperature is constant. PV is a constant. Okay. Next gas law, Charles law. Charles law gives volume temperature relationship. Okay. Yes. Charles studied the effect of temperature on the volume of a given mass of a gas by keeping the pressure constant. By keeping the pressure constant, this relationship is known as Charles law. Charles law gives the relationship between volume and temperature of a fixed mass of a gas at a constant pressure. We can state Charles law on the basis of a volume versus temperature graph. Okay. Here the volume of a gas plotted along the y-axis and temperature of the gas can be plotted along the x-axis. Okay. Then here, what is the nature of the graph? Please listen. When temperature decreases, the volume of gas also decreases. Okay, temperature decreases, the volume of gas also decreases. Okay. Yes. Okay. From this graph, we can observe that when temperature decreases, volume of gas also decreases. Okay. We can extrapolate this line to the lower temperature axis, that is here x-axis. Okay. Upon extrapolation, the graph meets the temperature axis. This graph meets this lower temperature axis at minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. Okay. ഈ സ്ട്രൈറ്റ് ലൈനിൽ നമുക്ക് ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ ആക്സിസിലേക്ക് എക്സ്ട്രാപൊളേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. എക്സ്ട്രാപൊളേറ്റ് ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എന്താ കണ്ടത്? ദിസ് ലൈൻ touches a point on the lower temperature axis. Okay, and this temperature is found to be minus 273.15 degrees Celsius, approximately equal to minus 273 degrees Celsius. Okay, upon extrapolation, the graph meets the temperature axis at minus 273.5 degrees Celsius. Since this temperature axis represents zero volume, this means that at minus 273.15 degrees Celsius, the volume of every gas becomes zero, and this temperature is called absolute zero. We temperature axis represent ചെയ്യുന്നത് zero വോളിയത്തിനെയാണ് അല്ലെ? സീറോ വോളിയം. യെസ്, the volume is zero. ഓക്കെ. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഗ്യാസിന്റെ ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ minus 273.15 ഡിഗ്രീസ് സെൽഷ്യസ് ആണെങ്കിൽ ആ ടെമ്പറേച്ചറിൽ ഗ്യാസിന്റെ വോളിയം സീറോ ആയിരിക്കും. ആൻഡ് ദിസ് ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ minus 273.15 degrees Celsius, this temperature is called absolute zero. Zero. Yes. Then what is meant by absolute zero? The lowest possible temperature at which all gases are supposed to occupy zero volume is called absolute zero. Absolute zero is the lowest possible temperature at which all the gases are supposed to occupy zero volume. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഗ്യാസിന്റെ ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ ആബ്സല്യൂട്ട് സീറോ, അതായത് minus 273 ഡിഗ്രി സെൽഷ്യസ് എത്തിയെന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ കരുതുക. ആ ടെമ്പറേച്ചറിൽ ഗ്യാസിന്റെ വോളിയം സീറോ ആയിരിക്കും. The volume of a gas becomes zero at absolute zero, that is minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. And the next important point, the scale of temperature based on absolute zero is called absolute scale or Kelvin scale of temperature. Okay, the scale of temperature based on absolute zero is called absolute scale or Kelvin scale of temperature, and the lowest temperature in the Kelvin scale thermometer is 0 Kelvin or minus 273 degrees Celsius. Then അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ minus 273 degrees Celsius എന്നത് എത്ര കെൽവിൻ ആണ്? യെസ്, minus 273 degrees Celsius means 0 കെൽവിൻ ആണെന്ന് നമുക്കറിയാം. minus 273 plus 273 ഡിഗ്രി സെൽഷ്യസിനെ കെൽവിനിലേക്ക് കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ 273 ആഡ് ചെയ്യണം. ഓക്കെ, minus 273 ഡിഗ്രി സെൽഷ്യസ് മീൻസ് 0 Kelvin, minus 273 plus 273. Okay, that is 0 Kelvin. So that means absolute zero, absolute 0. Yes, this temperature is found to be minus 273 degrees Celsius or 0 Kelvin. Okay? 0 Kelvin. Then you can draw volume versus temperature in degrees Celsius graph. Then volume versus temperature in Kelvin scale graph. Okay? Already number volume versus temperature in degree Celsius ഗ്രാഫ് വരച്ചതാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ഇതിന് ലോവർ ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ ഇവിടെ ഞാൻ ഇൻഡിക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല, ഈ സൈഡ് മാത്രം. പ്ലീസ് ലിസൺ. വോളിയം വേഴ്സസ് temperature in degree Celsius graph. Okay, like this. Okay. Then we can convert the degree Celsius temperature into Kelvin scale. Then next graph, volume versus temperature in Kelvin scale graph. Please observe the first graph. Here we know when temperature decreases, volume of the gas decreases, and we get a straight line, and this line passes through absolute zero, means what? 0 Kelvin. This line passes through minus 273 degrees Celsius, means what? 0 Kelvin. This is extra polite. This line passes through 0 Kelvin. Here the origin is 0 Kelvin. Yes. Then yes, here we get a straight line passing through origin for 0 Kelvin. From this graph we can state, on the basis of this graph we can state Charles' law. Okay, so here volume is directly proportional to temperature in Kelvin scale. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യമാണ്, ഒരു ഗ്രാഫ് ഇതാണ് ഒറിജിനൽ കൂടി കടന്നു പോകുന്ന സ്ട്രൈറ്റ് ലൈൻ ആണെങ്കിൽ there is no doubt here y ആക്സിസിലെ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റീസും x ആക്സിസിലെ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റീസും directly proportional ആണ്. Okay, here the nature of the graph is a straight line passing through the origin. Then there is no doubt the volume of the gas is directly proportional to temperature in Kelvin scale. We know mass or number of moles, volume, temperature and pressure. These are the 4 measurable properties of gases, and Charles' law gives the relation between volume of a fixed mass of a gas and temperature at a constant pressure. Okay, then Charles' law states that volume of a given mass of a gas or volume of a fixed mass of a gas is directly proportional to temperature in Kelvin scale at a constant pressure. Here P and N, pressure and number of moles of gas, must be kept constant, or V equal to a constant into T, or V by T is a constant. Okay, suppose V1 be the volume of gas at temperature T1, then V1 by T1 is constant. Then at same pressure, at constant pressure, suppose the temperature of the gas, of that gas is increased to T2, then the volume of the gas also increased to V2. Then according to Charles' law, V2 by T2 is a constant. That means V1 by T1 equal to V2 by T2. This is the mathematical expression for Charles' law. Okay. Then next step, I am going to combine Boyle's law and Charles law. By combining Boyle's law and Charles law, we get a new equation called the combined gas equation. According to Boyle's law, we know volume is inversely proportional to pressure. Okay, volume is inversely proportional to pressure. Here, temperature and number of moles of the gas constants. Then, according to Charles' law, we know the volume of a gas is directly proportional to temperature in Kelvin scale. Here pressure and number of moles of gas constant. Okay, then by combining Boyle's law and Charles' law, we get what? Volume is directly proportional to 1 by P. Here volume is directly proportional to temperature. Then by combining Boyle's law and Charles' law, we can write volume is directly proportional to 1 by P into T. Or V equal to a constant into T by P. 1 by P into T means T by P. A constant into T by P. Okay. T by P left side like shift here. Then we get P. T by P. T by P becomes P by T. Then PV by T is a constant. PV by T is a constant. Suppose when fixed mass gas and suppose its pressure is P1, volume is V1 and temperature is T1. Then according to combined gas equation, P1 V1 by T1 is a constant. Suppose the pressure of the gas is increased to P2, the same gas, then the volume is changed to V2 and temperature also changed to T2. Then according to combined gas equation, P2 V2 by T2 is a constant. That means what? P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. Yes, this equation is called combined gas equation. P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. Yes, okay. That means by combining Boyle's law and Charles' law, we get a new equation which is called combined gas equation. Next gas law is Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, the relationship between pressure and temperature was established by Gay-Lussac. This is called Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, then Gay-Lussac's law states that the pressure of a fixed mass of a gas is directly proportional to temperature in Kelvin scale at a constant volume. Yes, so here volume and number of moles of gas kept constant. Yes, that means when temperature increases, we know the kinetic energy of gas molecules increases. Okay, then the force exerted by the gas molecules per unit area of the walls of the container increases. That means pressure increases. Okay, well, then we can say that according to Gay-Lussac's law, when temperature increases, the pressure of gas also increases. Or P equal to a constant into T. We can write P equal to a constant into T, or P by T equal to a constant. P by T equal to a constant, or we can write P1 by T1 equal to P2 by T2. P1 by T1 equal to P2 by T2. This is the mathematical expression for Gay-Lussac's law. Next gas law, Avogadro's law. Already we have learned Avogadro law in the first chapter, some basic concepts of chemistry. Okay, the Avogadro law gives the relationship between volume and number of moles of gas, or volume and amount of gas. Okay, then Avogadro's law states that volume of a gas is directly proportional to number of moles at a constant temperature and pressure. Here P and T is constant. Okay, Avogadro's law states that volume of a gas is directly proportional to number of moles of gas at a constant temperature and pressure. Okay students, in my next video I will discuss the combination of Boyle's law, Charles' law and Avogadro's law. By combining Boyle's law, Charles' law and Avogadro's law, we get a new equation which is called the ideal gas equation. Okay? Okay students, goodbye, study well.